Hi everyone, I'm Dean and this is another edition of The Inebriologist. So I'm going back to another Belgian classic, which I believe, just reading up on this beer, it was the world's #1 beer at the World Beer Championships in Chicago in 2008. So for it to be voted the best beer in the world is quite an accolade. So the beer that was voted the best beer in the world in 2008 in Chicago was the Delirium Tremens by the brewery, I can't pronounce it right, Huyghe. Brouwerij Huyghe. Huyghe. So it's a family brewery since 1654 actually. Brouwerij Huyghe. I think if my girlfriend listens to me trying to pronounce that, she'd probably hit me because she's from Belgium. She'll have me for that one. Anyway, I can pronounce this. This is Delirium Tremens. So this is coming in at 8.5%. I don't know if you can see that. It is, yeah, 8.5%. It's your kind of more traditional sort of Belgian blonde beers, shall we say. Quite a lot of that style around Belgium. I think that's one of the main beers that they're known for, is their sort of Belgian blonde beers. So you got like your your Leffers, you got your Westmalle blondes, your Saint Bernardus blondes, you know, that sort of thing. The artwork itself is a tongue-in-cheek type of design. Yeah, so it's got that sort of foil on the top there as well, as you can see. A lot of breweries, they do decide to do the they put like foil on them, or they'll put like a wax sort of coating on the top just to seal it, you know. It's becoming more of a popular thing to do now anyway, or it'd be completely wrapped in like paper or something like that. That's the thing you get from this, you wouldn't be able to tell that's a blonde beer. There's nothing, you know, you can't even see through the bottle because it's got like a grey sort of slate colour through that bottle. I've had this before and it's absolutely outstanding. Just going to say as well, with the brewery who do this, which is the brewery I couldn't pronounce earlier, Brouwerij Huyghe. I try. They do a range of beers as well, which is the Mongozo beers, which are kind of like more exotic style fruit beers, shall we say. So they do like Mongozo banana, for example. Mongozo, I think there's a new one as well, which is the coconut one. But yeah, those sort of beers, they're more sort of obscure sort of flavours, shall we say. Yeah, it's definitely worth having a look into those and just trying the different types of beers. You know, like different fruit beers, and if you're not sure what fruit beers would taste like, you know, it's worth maybe going into that and then just see where you go from there. Yeah, so the glass I'm going to use is something like a tulip glass. This glass I got from, yeah, Cardiff Brew Fest. That was 2015, I think, 2014, 2015. That was one of the first brew fests for the craft beer scene anyway, that came to Cardiff, which I believe Tiny Rebel organised it as well, which is yeah, a fantastic brewery in South Wales. They do some cracking beers as well, really, really good. But yeah, that's a nice glass, so I'll be using that. Oh, Jesus! This is not going to waste. Right, if you didn't hear that, my beer went everywhere again, but it was worse than the first time. If you look at that, as soon as I opened that, that exploded and went everywhere. It's a waste of beer. It's a pain in the ass when that happens. I think next time I'm going to have to film over the sink. Right, anyway, there's a little bit left, I think. So I'm going to pour it now. Oh, damn it! Got on my shoes as well. Right, so this beer, you can see how much sort of carbonation there is in that. The colour of that, it's quite a golden colour to it. I'd probably say more towards sort of like a honey yellow. It looks very almost like a lemony tinge to it. I just can't believe how much that's still carbonated. It's incredible. The head on is come down a bit now anyway. Time to just go in and have a little smell of it anyway. So it's got that quintessential Belgian yeasty smell to it. It's got that very sort of wheat beer type of yeast that they use for it. It's a little bit cloudy. It might be just from the sediment that's just kind of gone from the from the rest of the bottle. If I swirl that around a bit, just to get the last little bits. So that's gone a little bit more cloudy than it was earlier. So it's got a bit of the sediment that does settle, but to be honest, there's nothing wrong with that because that's extra flavour. And it's got like subtle notes of peaches and citrus, but then it does get reinforced with those sort of malt flavours that are used in there as well. It's very floral, and then you can smell towards the end it's quite spicy as well. So I'm just going to dive into it. Cheers. I'm getting a lot of mangoes from that. I can taste big alcohol hit with that. So as soon as you drink it, I think it's because of the carbonation in that, the alcohol really does sort of come through. You can feel it at the back of the throat, but when it kind of settles, I'm getting sort of like, as I said, on the nose as well, peaches, definitely like, I can taste like mangoes in there. Yeah, and I can taste spices as well, kind of like cardamom, very, very light cinnamon sort of flavour. Yeah, but it's a lovely tasting beer, it's very nice. Just a shame most of it went on my table. The beer bottle itself, it looks quite gimmicky. You know, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, it's a bit funny. When it comes down to the flavour, it really is fantastic. It's an incredible beer. I can see why it is voted the best beer in the world. I'd have to give that 4.25. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Don't forget to subscribe, but it's been an experience. And, iechyd da.